Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mac Merlin stream. Glad to see everyone online tonight. Seeing a Hybrid Wolf, Jayza, who else is here? Free Tree Spree, Rodiz, Wind Captain, Tatai Mo, Anonymous, Hi Jazz. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Tonight, we are doing an unboxing stream. Usually, for my unboxing streams, I unbox stuff that I've received throughout the past week, but I have one featured item, and tonight's featured item is the soon to go into group buy Hex.4B, which is a 75% keyboard. So hopefully everyone's doing great tonight. Tonight's featured unboxing is going to be the Hex.4B. If you guys have never heard of that board, it is an upcoming 75% keyboard that's going to go into group buy on the 25th. Hey Singapore, it's been a while since I've seen you. Yeah, tonight we're talking about the Hex.4B. But yeah, 75% keyboard, O-ring PCB mount, made with a Mech 11 PCB, internal brass weight, 7-degree typing angle, and these are the layouts supported. You'll notice right away that it is not my ideal 75% layout, as you don't have the rightmost column and the arrow keys separated out, but I can tolerate this. This is, I think this is the layout that's planned 100 units in stock sale, followed by, okay, so I think the in stock sale already happened, but this is going to go into group buy on, I think that's Wednesday, the 25th, or whenever Wednesday is, or whenever 25th is. Oh no, that's Thanksgiving. Okay. Going on sale on Thanksgiving for 290 Singaporean dollars. I think 290 is roughly 220 US dollars. Here, let's compare that with the KBD fans, KBD 75, right? Yeah, KBD 75 V2 tray mounted board going for $169, right? No brass weight, no nothing, just that tray mount case. And that's already going for 169. So 220 for a board like this really isn't that bad. You know, it's already a good value for 220 brass weight, 75%, good PCB, yada yada yada. But it also came with this case. Check that out, guys. Hex KB case. So I'm like, holy crap. Holy crap. For 220 with this included case, that would be so amazing. So this foam isn't like the hard EVA foam that the Canon keys and the TX keyboards have, but this foam is the same as the Kaban case from Monokey, actually. Here, let's go take a look at the PCB first. Here we go, here's the PCB. Let's see, this is designed by Mech 11 Studio, and they are using a Atmega 32A microcontroller. That's very interesting. Usually an Atmega 32A is reserved for bootmapper client firmware. Very rare that it comes out with QMK unless it's part of that through-hole kit. So that's actually surprising. I really would have preferred if they had gone for an ARM microcontroller or even stuck with the regular Atmega 32U4. So I'm curious. I'm very curious. I wonder if it has to do with the supply chain, with our supply chain crisis. Like, maybe the 32A is easier to buy these days. Who knows? Looks like a pretty well-designed PCB. Mech 11 knows what they're doing. And check it out. There is a ESD protection chip right under the USB-C port. So great. Awesome. It's got all the right stuff on it. What else is in this case? You've got the gaskets, and they're different colors, so I assume different thickness, different stiffness. Let's see what's this. This is the hardware along with an Allen key. And what is this? Anti-static foam of sorts, a PE foam, I believe. Okay, everyone's putting PE foams in their boards these days. Okay, that's not that heavy. It does feel heavy, but it's not so heavy. There we go. There it is. Check it out, guys. That brass looks like it's a brushed finish. Actually, I'm not even sure if it has any coating on it. Just looks like a brushed finish. Doesn't look like it's very polished at all, which concerns me. Do you think Hamon is a good fit? Yeah, I think Hamon is a good color to match it. Yep, I think that this will be a good match, just like that. Yeah, so there we go. There's the indicator LEDs. Let's see, are they already built into the board, or do I have to solder them in? I have to solder them in, so I'm gonna have to grab some LEDs. Yeah, look at that, guys. That's a very generic looking back. Nothing special there at all. Suri says kinda boring, yeah. Look, that's so generic here. It just looks like a block, literally a block. But then again, this is a $220 board, so I'm not going to fuss too much about it. Oh look! He actually included LEDs. I don't need to grab my own LEDs. Perfect. Yeah, I'm probably gonna ask Castor what the coating on this is, because this does look kinda dirty if you ask me. Look at that. I've only touched it once and my fingerprints are already showing. I'm gonna try and get some of it off. I'd rather it be shiny. You considered the Mode 65 for the longest time because of it. So I'll have to do that myself. Just did the 4 of them. There's the bottom, there's the top. Very simple design, does make room for some of that gasket. Which one is the softer gasket, green or red? Very curious. It's not really noted anywhere on the Geek Hack page. Maybe one is squishier than the other. I guess I could just feel it, right? I could just feel it myself. Okay, the red one is softer. So how do these gaskets go on? I guess they just go on like that, right? It's a very unique way of mounting it. I'm sure you guys can tell by now, but this is a plateless board. Which is probably another reason why the price is really cheap. 220 USD. If they included a plate, that would have been more like a $250, $260 board. Probably one of the easier gasket installs that I've ever done. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I guess I can, since the gaskets are like so easy to install, I can really just play around and figure out which one feels best. See, how does that compress? Does that compress well? Because like, yeah, okay. It does seem to compress very easily. If I say so myself. Yeah. Look at that. USB-C port is nicely centered. Okay. But so far, I've not seen anything that would, that would make it not be a $220 board. Now the only issue that I'm seeing right now is having to put the screws in those 2 holes. I don't have a long enough screwdriver for it, so I wonder how that's gonna affect things. See, I have no expectation as to what this is supposed to sound like. Like, if anything, I'd probably expect it closer to a 7V. So if it's a 7V, then that would mean that it's very conducive to deeper sounds. Don't know. This is a board going live on the 25th, which is Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. You guys can check that Geek Hack link that I posted in chat. It is a 75% keyboard with 7-degree typing angle, internal brass weight, McLovin ESD protected PCB, so everything's all good there. Let's see. 100 plus units in stock sale, which already happened. So now this is going to be the group buy. They're looking at a Q2 to Q3 delivery. The price is about 295 Singaporean dollars or 220 US dollars. Based on what I've seen tonight, number one, it seems to be a pretty simple keyboard. You know, there's really nothing much to it. Nothing of, like, I'm not going to look at this keyboard and be like, oh my gosh, that looks just like my Tomo. You know, in fact, in many ways, I would say it looks like a Keychron Q1. You know, it's that level of aesthetic. You know, like the coolest thing about it, aesthetically speaking, is this huge brass weight in it, right? I did try to build it by putting on the gaskets. This is probably the easiest gasket mounting experience that I've had. Probably second only to the Jelly and to the Mr. Suit. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be a very easy build. For $220, I think that's a very fair price. I don't see anything that would indicate that that's too high or too low, though I always want boards to be cheaper, like a KBD Fans KBD 75 tray mounted unit. I think it's their V2. That's 169 bucks. So upgrading to something like this for 220 seems to be a reasonable jump in price. We'll see. I'll talk with Caster Bars about it. Caster Bars is the person who posted this on a Geek Hack. I'll talk with him when, but I'm hoping to do it before the 25th, especially since I'll be out on the 25th because of Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Tune in next time when I build it. Alright guys, have a good rest of your week, and I will catch you when I catch you. Goodbye everyone!